Welcome to Wisdom in a Nutshell. Today, we will be covering the key takeaways from the book Atomic Habits. However, we will be looking at it through a new lens to dissect what the ideas truly mean. The hidden meaning behind it all. Listen up, because this isn't a warm hug or a pat on the back. This is a cold, hard stare into the mirror of your own existence. You're not standing on solid ground, you're teetering on the edge of an abyss. It's not some roaring cinematic chasm with lightning and thunder. No, it's worse. It's a silent, creeping void, a sinkhole carved by the tiniest, most pitiful choices you make every damn day. You think you're safe because you're not leaping off a cliff? You're wrong. You're already falling, inch by inch, breath by breath, dragged down by the habits you ignore, the excuses you cradle like a dying ember. James Clear didn't write Atomic Habits to make you feel good. He wrote it to rip the blindfold off and show you the machinery of your life. Your habits aren't quirks. They're the chains you forge or the blades you sharpen. And right now, most of you are shackled, choking in the dark, too stubborn or too scared to admit it. Here's the first brutal truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. You can scream about wanting to be a millionaire, a marathon runner, a titan of your field until your throat bleeds. But if your mornings are a swamp of Netflix, your afternoons a blur of social media scrolling, and your nights a surrender to junk food and self-pity, you're not chasing dreams. You're digging a shallow grave. Goals are fairy tales for the weak, the ones who think wishing is enough. Systems? They're the blood, the bone, the unrelenting pulse of who you actually become. Look around right now. Your messy desk, your half-empty coffee cup, your phone buzzing with garbage, that's your system. That's your life. Ugly, isn't it? Disappointing, sure. But it's yours. Own it, or it owns you. Then there's the math that'll keep you up at night. 1% better every day, or 1% worse. Sounds trivial, doesn't it? A little tweak, a tiny nudge. But it's not a suggestion. It's a law, cold and unforgiving. Stack that 1% improvement daily for a year, and you're 37 times stronger, sharper, more alive than the quivering wreck you are now. But let it slide. 1% worse, day after day, and you're a ghost, a hollowed-out shell, a nothing. That extra beer you crack open, that workout you skip, that "I'll start tomorrow" lie you whisper to yourself. It's not just one time. It's a vote for your own annihilation. The darkest part, you're already voting. Every day, every hour, every choice. And most of you are picking the slow poison because it's easier to rot than to fight. Comfort's a siren song, and you're drowning in it. Now, here's a jagged truth most miss on the first read. Habits aren't about what you do, they're about who you become. Clear isn't here to tweak your schedule or polish your to-do list. He's here to gut your identity and stitch it back into something worth fearing. You want to quit smoking? Stop being the coward who needs the crutch. Want to write a book? Stop being the dreamer who stares at blank pages. Become the machine who writes, sentence by sentence, no excuses. You keep whining, "I'm not disciplined," or "I'm just not that guy." And guess what? That's your script now. You're not failing at habits, you're succeeding at being weak. Identity's not a gift handed to you on a silver platter. It's a choice you claw out of the dirt. Pick a better one, or stay the sniveling shadow you've settled for. Another shadow takeaway, lurking in the corners. Environment trumps willpower every damn time. You think you're strong enough to resist the phone pinging, the snacks taunting, the chaos clawing at your focus. You're not. You're a puppet, and your surroundings pull the strings. Clear doesn't say this to coddle you. He's exposing your frailty, your delusion. Willpower's a fairy tale for the naive, the ones who think grit alone can save them. If your bedroom's a landfill, your fridge a toxin vault, your friends a pack of anchors dragging you to the bottom, you're not trying your best. You're begging to lose. The space you're in right now, it's not neutral. It's either a cockpit launching you towards something fierce, or a coffin nailing you shut. You don't get to blame bad luck. You built this trap. And here's the darkest, most insidious gem people gloss over. Time magnifies everything, your wins and your flaws. That Just one more episode, habit you shrug off. That "I'll start Monday" excuse you lean on. It's not a blip, it's a seed. Time waters it, feeds it, and it grows into a choking weed that strangles the life out of you. You don't feel it at 25, you don't even see it at 30. But by 40, you're fat, broke, bitter, staring at a reflection you hate, wondering where it all went wrong. The trap's so quiet, so patient, you don't hear it coming until it's too late. But here's the flip side, the razor's edge. Time amplifies your wins too. One push-up today, one page read, one hard choice. It's not nothing. It's a spark. Tend it, and time turns it into a wildfire, a fortress, a legacy. The catch? You've got to start now, because the clock doesn't pause for your tears or your tantrums. This isn't theory. This isn't hope. This is war. You're not a victim of fate. You're a prisoner of your habits, locked in a cell of your own making. The good news: the door's unlatched. The bad news: you're the one who has to crawl out. No one's coming to save you. Not Clear, not me, not your mommy, not the universe. You're alone in this fight, but you're not helpless. Here's how you wield this knowledge, step by step, to break the chains, build the machine, and become something the abyss can't touch. Steps to break the chains and build the machine. Step 1. Burn your goals, build your machine. Forget goals. They're for dreamers who die disappointed. They're fleeting, flimsy, a mirage for the lazy. Pick one thing you want to be: a writer, a fighter, a leader, and reverse engineer the system that makes it inevitable. Want to be fit? Your system isn't lose 20 pounds. It's I lift weights Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 6 a.m, no exceptions. Want to be a thinker? It's I read 10 pages every night at 9 p.m, lights off by 10. Write it down, one sentence. Make it so stupidly simple a child could follow it, then live it, no negotiation. Start today, grab a notebook, scroll your system, and tape it where you can't ignore it. Goals die in your head, systems live in your hands. Step 2. Stack the 1% like a predator. Don't aim for the moon, that's for fools who crash. Aim for 1% better every day, like a hunter stalking prey. Break it down. Want to run? Don't start with a marathon. Put your shoes by the door tonight, lace them up tomorrow, and walk 100 steps. That's it. Next day, 101. Want to write? 1 sentence today, 2 tomorrow. It's not about speed, it's about momentum. Track it. Get a cheap calendar. X out every day you nail it. Watch the chain grow. Feel the weight of breaking it. That 1% isn't a suggestion, it's your lifeline. Miss a day, fine. Miss 2, and you're slipping back into the void. Stack it or sink. Step 3. Rewrite your name. Stop acting like habits are chores. They're votes for who you are. Pick the identity you want. I'm a warrior. I'm a creator. I'm a force. Say it out loud, even if it feels like a lie, especially if it feels like a lie. Then prove it. Want to be a warrior? Warriors don't snooze. They're up at dawn, swinging. Want to be a creator? Creators don't wait for inspiration. They sit down and bleed on the page. Every action's a ballot. Cast it consciously. Tonight, before you sleep, ask, what did I vote for today? If the answer's weakness, rip it up and start over tomorrow. Identity's not fixed. It's forged. Hammer it into shape. Step 4. Rig the game. Your environment's your master. Accept it and weaponize it. Stop relying on willpower. It's a flickering candle in a storm. Clear the deck. Want to eat clean? Trash the chips, stock the fridge with meat and greens, make junk a hassle to get. Want to focus? Hide your phone in drawer, lock it with a timer app, set your desk with one task and nothing else. Want better friends? Cut the dead weight, ghost the complainers, seek the ones who push you. Look around right now. What's pulling you down? Eliminate it. What's missing? Add it. Rig your world so winning's the default, because you're not strong enough to fight chaos every day, and you don't have to be. Step 5. Face the clock. Time's your judge, not your friend. Every habit's a seed. good or bad, and it's sprouting whether you like it or not. Set a trigger. Every Sunday, sit for 10 minutes and audit your week. What grew? What withered? Be ruthless. That "I'll get to it" project still collecting dust? It's not neutral. It's a failure compounding. That daily walk you started? It's not small. It's a root deepening. Adjust. Double down on what works / what doesn't. Then look ahead. Pick one habit to plant this week. Water it daily. Time doesn't forgive procrastination, but it rewards the relentless. Use it, or it uses you. The final cut. So what's it going to be? You're not here to coast, you're here to conquer or crumble. The abyss is patient, but it's hungry. Your habits are the rope. Climb out or hang yourself. Build the system. Stack the wins. Become the predator. Rig the battlefield. Stare down the clock and make it blink. You've got the steps. Simple, sharp, merciless. No one's forcing you. No one's watching. It's just you, the dark, and the choice. Get up. Move. Forge something terrifyingly unstoppable, or stay soft, stay small, and let the void win. The clock's ticking, and it doesn't care about your excuses. Go. That's the raw truth of atomic habits, cracked open and laid bare. Systems over dreams. The 1% edge that carves you into something fierce, or lets you rot. Identity as your weapon, environment as your battlefield, time as the judge that doesn't blink. These aren't just lessons, they're your lifeline out of the abyss. You've got the steps now. The question is, will you climb or will you fall? To all you warriors who keep coming back to wisdom in a nutshell, thank you. You're the ones staring down the dark and building something real. We see you, and we're here for it. If you're new here, welcome to the fight. This is where we cut through the noise and hand you the tools to forge a life worth living. Hit that subscribe button, join the pack, smash the bell so you don't miss a single drop of this. We're just getting started, and the next one's coming for you. Take these lessons, use them. Don't just watch. Act. The clock's ticking. See you in the next one.